So it's a sad time
Yeah.
for Walking Dead fans.
Like ourselves.
Like such as ourselves, yes indeed. It has been revealed officially, even though it was kind of rumored a few months ago that this was the case, but it does seem like it has been announced that season 9 will be Andrew Lincoln's, who better known as the role of Rick, you know, the main character of the show. It's going to be his final season. So this is number one, big, obvious here. If we're losing Rick, this is going to be a huge departure from the comics, because Rick is also the main character in the comics, and he's still alive. Right. Even though, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll finally get to see him lose a hand before he goes, and he's gonna have to be killed off. Like in a show like this, if a character leaves a show, I don't see how you unless you pull a Heath, where he just disappears.
That'd be interesting.
But they wouldn't do that. I think I seem to remember seeing somewhere where contractually they couldn't bring him back or something, and that they couldn't write him out. I don't know.
No, the reason he said was that he wants to spend more time with his family.
No. I'm talking about Heath.
What is that?
Okay, do you remember the black guy with the dreads and the glasses that was with one of the characters was with him on a run, and they fell off of a bridge.
Oh yeah.
And we never found out what happened to him.
Yeah, he disappeared with Tara.
Yes, it was Tara, and Tara fell off the bridge.
Yeah, I like that guy.
And they got
kind of cool.
Yeah, they got separated, and they didn't really get much of a chance to develop his character. But what happened to Heath?
It's true. I forgot about him.
So yeah.
Okay.
I heard contractually they couldn't bring Heath back. So yeah, when it comes to Andrew Lincoln, though, this was discussed at Comic-Con recently.
He's got a good reason.
He does. I kind of agree with it more or less, but here we go. So he when asked about it, he said, "I have 2 young children, and I live in a different country." Of course, he's from the UK.
Yeah.
"And they become less portable as they get older. It was that simple. It was time for me to come home." Now, of course, I think any actor involved with this show for any length of time, this has tremendously helped their acting career.
Yeah.
I think I think Andrew Lincoln has been in a few things before this, but they've just basically been like chick flicks of sorts.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. So this will hopefully get him into, I don't know, some action roles. I'd love to see him in a movie.
Right.
You know. Of course not as Rick Grimes, although that'd be kind of neat, a Walking Dead movie. But that aside, I do agree with his reasonings, except for, why doesn't he just move here? This is season 9. You've been doing this show for 9 years, and you haven't just moved here?
Yeah. People move for their work all the time. It's
all the time.
It happens.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I understand you like living in
move to Atlanta or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, move to Atlanta. That's what
or get a second house in Atlanta and I don't know.
Well, that's what Norman Reedus did.
Yeah.
Norman Reedus has I think he might have sold it recently. A lot of people were like, "Oh, are they going to kill off Daryl just because he sold his house in Atlanta?"
Yeah.
But obviously Daryl's not going anywhere. And this does raise the question, what I would like to ask you, do you think that the show can make it without Rick?
Well, it's like I said, I don't know that I'm going to keep watching. I don't know. I'll probably peek in and I'll be like, what's this like?
Because there is Daryl, there is Carol, there is Ezekiel, King Ezekiel. You've got Michonne, of course.
Yeah.
So you do have a lot of characters that you care about, and then Maggie may not be on it for longer either.
Really?
Yeah, she's wanting to do other stuff. She's wanting to do like different. I think she said in an interview she wants to do comedy.
Oh no.
I don't see her in comedy. But
yeah, I don't know. I really don't even know that I've cared about the show as much lately, like as I used to. But
It's
maybe that's just
definitely-
because it's been gone and it's like off season, and like when I'm not watching something, I don't really miss it as much. And then when it comes, like last season, I did get excited like when episodes would come out and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe that's part of it, but he I don't know. He's always been like one of the coolest things about the show. Like
definitely.
his whole like personality and like the way he like handles things and like just his development. I don't know. It's always been the most interesting part of the show to me.
Yeah.
I don't know that it can be the same without him. It's strange. Like I don't know. It's weird.
And my answer would be different if if the show wasn't. The show could survive if it was like already doing the best that it has been, but year after year, season after season, it's actually been losing viewers by a large rate.
Probably just because it's been going on so long.
It has been. Season 9.
And like it's hard to do that for a show, especially a drama. I feel like
yeah, or a horror show. I mean, think about it. This is a horror show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel like if you, the show might, it may survive Rick's departure, but I feel like if anyone else of any of those other characters that I mentioned, gets killed off, I think if Maggie does leave after like say season 10 or even at the end of this season, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that this may be it for the show, and not from a story. Like I think they could go in different directions with the story, but I just feel like people will stop watching it.
They should have just made this the last season. Like killed Rick off in a really cool way in the last few episodes, and then like go like just
It's making too much money, especially as a brand.
Yeah.
Like it's selling, merchandise, games, apps, all kinds of media are benefiting from this. So Comic-Con, my goodness, makes so much money from it.
Yeah.
We've got we actually live in Nashville, Tennessee. We have a convention called Stalker Con.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That is basically just a Walking Dead convention.
Yeah.
It is kind of like slasher films too, but come on, the main reason you would go is for Walking Dead. And not to say that Walking Dead, I mean, the comic, of course, is still going on.
Yeah.
And I know that AMC is going to fight like mad to make this stay relevant. I just don't see it, especially with the downward trend.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.